Hi, I'm Professor M.L. Robinson with the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension in Southern Nevada. Last time we talked about grafting cactus, and we talked about how grafting cactus is probably the easiest type of plant to graft. So if you've ever wanted to experience or try your hand at grafting, cactus are the way to go. Today we're going to talk about the end result of grafting cactus. Remember, grafting, we choose a rootstock that has favorable growing conditions, maybe that has a strong root system. In the case of cactus without chlorophyll, it has a lot of green chlorophyll to provide food for the cactus that's going to be grafted on top. Many of these are the sign or the top part are the neon or moon cactuses that have little or no chlorophyll. If you go to the store to buy one of these cactus, you'll buy it, it'll be in many cases too tall, too big for the little pot it's in, so they easily fall over. This is one I've had for several years, and it's grown quite a bit. It looks like a little barrel because it is a little barrel cactus, and it's grafted on this triangular shaped cactus which is called dragon fruit. It's a tropical cactus that vines produces a very large delicious fruit. They're easy to grow, they're fast growing, and they're easy to graft on, but they don't last, especially in harsh, dry climates such as southern Nevada and throughout the Southwest. So I like to choose the colors that I want, either from a chain store that brings these in by the hundreds, they're sold all over the country, or from a cactus and succulent specialty nursery. And I up-pot them, this one hasn't been yet, into a larger container with rocks to hold it in place, and then they will put babies on that I will graft onto other cactus. Some nurseries, especially those in Arizona, will graft onto more hardy rootstocks. They're not triangular, they're typical desert cactus. This little guy here is a golden barrel morph, and by that it's a mutation. Doesn't look like a regular golden barrel, and the best way to propagate this little guy is by grafting. And so you have him growing on top of this hardier rootstock. This is one of my favorites. I like the gnarly, twisted, unusual ones, and that's one reason for grafting. Again, on this very hardy desert rootstock, and you can see this is a little moon cactus type that has mutated into this crested or fasciated form. Now let's see what we can do around the home grafting ourselves. The first one is just a fun cactus. It has plenty of chlorophyll. It's a peanut cactus, and I call this my Cousin It cactus. If you remember Cousin It from the Addams Family, he was a little character with all hair, sunglasses. I guess I need to get some good sunglasses for this cactus. If I turn Cousin It around, you can see where the graft union was, and all I did about 2 years ago was take a little guy like this, I cut him off and grafted him onto this columnar cactus. Next, let's look at some fun holiday cactuses. We have Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving cactus, and so I thought, well, how about if I make my own holiday cactuses? And what I did here, I took some of the babies that I talked about earlier from my moon cactus or neon cactus, and these are seedlings of a native hardy columnar cactus. And one thing to keep in mind, when you cut the top off a columnar cactus, it's not going to grow any taller. It may get a little bit wider, but it will not get any taller. So these seedlings are fattening up a little bit, but they're not growing any taller, so they all stay the same height. And what I did was I just chose different colors and grafted them onto these little seedlings. And this was about a year and a half ago. And I call these my Christmas candle cactuses. And so they stay in the greenhouse or outside during the summer in a shaded shelf, and then during the holidays I bring it into the house. Well, we have to have equal time. This one has 9 instead of 6, and I call this my Hanukkah cactus. And so we have 9 little candles here, of different colorations of moon cactus, even one with a little bit of green coloration in it. And these will all stay the same height. The only thing that will grow bigger are the little cactuses on the top.